men are not getting enough attention. Let me explain. So, I've done some research, right? So, in the year two, three, I remember when, yeah, 3 years back, I was fat. I wasn't getting any attention. I was fat, and that's basically it, right? No attention from anyone. I was annoyed at that. And that's why I wanted to change. That's why I'm changing me, myself, back to, or not back to a better state of myself. And I remember wanted to, like, I was talking to girls and just getting no attention. They didn't give a fuck about me. And now I'm seeing this with the whole world, right? So if you're somewhat unattractive, I could say, if you're unattractive until like 18, you're just not going to be getting attention. And then when about 18, 20 hits, girls would start looking for money, right? Because, we as human beings need some money later on, since we gotta have our own, let's say apartment. We gotta live somewhere else, I guess. But it was pretty wild to see that later on, if you don't have money and you're unattractive, let's say you're working a 9 to 5 and you're unattractive, there's gonna be no way you're gonna be getting any girls. Basically, there could be a chance, but you're not gonna be attracting any. You're not gonna get the same attention as if a girl um was unattractive or semi attractive and still had zero money, because this is a pretty interesting world. And I don't know what it is with the world itself, but it's just different, because I've seen a girl that is unattractive. Let's say I've heard about a lot of these studies, and a girl who's unattractive got a lot more attention than a guy that is unattractive, right? Because there's a special thing in us, right? That is just, how could we say it? It's just, I don't know if it's just the people, right? So you could be saying like it's all the people. If it's just the girls, like there's something wrong. But maybe it's higher standards. I don't know what it is, but it's something to do with that, because I've seen that you know guys who are unattractive will get so much less attention than a girl who's unattractive. You're still a girl. People will want her, and yeah. So it comes to that term where it's not all of the girls. Like I have my girlfriend, and we're pretty equal in some senses, and I think that is a good thing. But in some senses, there are the girls who are looking for like a much higher status men than they are. You'll see an unattractive girl and she's looking for a guy that makes like 1 million a year. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. But a guy will basically look for anything, right? Um, Depends if he's enough masculine, of course, to embrace that, because he's gonna know that he needs to get better in things. Because I knew I was like getting zero girls. I was like, what do I need to do? Of course, I need to become better at everything. And then I found my girlfriend, right? I've gotten a little bit better. I found my girlfriend as of right now, and I would like to say we're an amazing couple, power couple. We motivate each other and stuff. And I like to say that there's just, you gotta believe in yourself and get better in the things that you're worst at, right? To get more attention in this world. And this is just an interesting topic, because there's some points that I'm just like, how can this happen? How can unattractive men get less attention than an unattractive girl? Which doesn't make sense to me. But all of the studies say the same thing. It just, seeking, girls are seeking for long, for, how is it, safety. We could say, yeah, like money, safety, and all that. And that is an interesting thing, because if you're have enough money, then the whole life is safe, because you have basically all the money in the world. You can have anything you want. You can have a nice home. Your kids can stay in a nice school, all of that. And I think they're just looking for someone who's better than them so they can, of course, have a nice life. That's my opinion on it. I'm just a kid, of course, after all, 15 years old, and my points can be worse, not as good, or they're maybe not as what they should be. So I was like, oh, maybe it's that. Um, but yeah, apparently that is the thing that drives them to look for a better man. And I hope to be that guy who is just like has enough money, has a great wife, which hoping for it to be my girlfriend as of right now, that to be my wife, have children I can soon, um, girls and boys, like I don't know, and that I can raise them into having sons that are just a son that is just like me, better, even better than me, you know, maybe learn him working out, chess, kickboxing, anything, just I want him to be better than me. And I want to first make the life that I want, and then, you know, of course, later on have a child and shit. But we're off the theme as of right now, and I just think that it's a little bit of an unfair world, but that drives men to be competitive, right? We want to be then competitive because we see that there's something wrong, not with the world but with us, right? Like you gotta think about it. It's not the women that are in the wrong. They're just looking for safety in the long term. And I remember this, and I'm like, oh, I need to become better to have the girl that I want, right? Which I've gotten, and I'm still becoming better because we still want to become better as of me, to have safety in this relationship and everything. And I remember we need to be competitive. And some people, men, will say, "Oh, it's the women's fault." No, it's not. It's your fault. You're fat. Don't you get it? And you just need to be more competitive in this world, right? Because it's one against all of us, right? I'm fighting all of the guys that are trying to get an agency started at the moment in my country. Let's say all the marketing companies, everything, right? I'm trying to go against them, against everyone, right? In physique wise, I'm also going against everyone in the country, basically. And then outer country later on, money wise, I'm fighting the whole world for this money. And it's like, you gotta be competitive to be, a monster in that sense. You need to be strong, but, you need to be dangerous, but be able to to be capable of danger, right? But control it. And it's like something that you just gotta be competitive to get that attention, and you gotta know that it's not the woman's fault, it's your fault. You're fat, baby. Like that's all. You're a fat little baby. That's all. Gotta get out of your head, get out of this room, and go and do some stuff. You know, go to the gym. Just do something, brother. And that's all I'm here for. If anybody needs help, my Discord server is down in the description. Have an amazing week, and I want to see you all in the next video. Peace.